Ioana Talk Plants?
Early August, here together with Lotus Nelumbo nucifera, plant family Nelumbonaceae or Nelumbonaceae, cousin Nelumbo lutea or the yellow American lotus. Even though quite similar to water lilies that are in the genus of Nymphaea or nucifera, lotus plants have some clear differences. For once, even though some of their leaves are floating, most of their leaves have very long petioles that raise the leaf lamina way above the water surface. Lotus plants grow in waters that are about 30 centimeters to 2.5 meters deep, from roots, tubers, or rhizomes that are deep embedded at the bottom of a slow-moving river, a pond, or a lake. The state flower of India and Vietnam, the sacred lotus or Asian lotus, has a relatively wide, more or less native range, from India, Sri Lanka, throughout Southeast Asia, Amur River region, and even Australia. And in most of these places was probably introduced from adjacent to adjacent regions. Cultivated for over 3,000 years for its edible seeds and starchy underground tubers and rhizomes, as well as for their beautiful flowers, often cultivated in water gardens, ponds, and lakes, like here in Romania on Lake Snagov. Lotus leaves are peltate, shield-like, with the petiole emerging from the center of a circular leaf. Can reach 60 to 80 to even 100 centimeters in diameter. Held above water on a no less impressive petiole that can reach 2 meters tall. Large, cupped, fragrant, white or pink flowers are no less impressive, reaching 20 to 30 centimeters wide. On very tall pedicels, rising the flowers several centimeters above the water surface. Flowers are complete, having all four whorls, and also hermaphroditic, having both stamens and carpels. Blooming for 3 days, they open in the morning and close at night. Petals numerous, with some varieties and cultivars reaching several thousand petals. Yes, several thousand petals. As impressive as that is, even more impressive is the fact that lotus plants can maintain their floral temperature way above the surrounding environment. Plant physiologists have found that lotus flowers growing at the University of Adelaide in Australia were able to maintain floral temperature to about 30 to 35 centigrade, even when the temperature of the surrounding environment was dropping to 10 Celsius, probably to encourage pollinators, such as beetles, which occasionally spend the night inside of a blooming, closed lotus flower. Even though the flowers are hermaphroditic or bisexual with both stamens and carpels, those two mature at different times to prevent selfing within the same flower, increasing the opportunities for biological genetic diversity within the species. After pollination and fertilization, lotus flowers mature into a very characteristic, unusual, enlarged, cone-shaped receptacle with several cavities, each containing one seed. These unusual lotus receptacles are used in floral arrangements. The flowers are edible and used in numerous Asian cuisines, in salads, teas, and more. The flowers have also been used for multiple medicinal purposes, and one in particular, the traditional Chinese medicine, it's using lotus flowers to address numerous medical conditions. The entire upside-down conical-shaped receptacle fruit structure dries at maturity, breaks off, and floats away, releasing seeds. Seeds sink to the lake bottom and establish new plants. Lotus seeds have hard coverings and have very long dormancy. In some cases, through carbon dating, seeds were aged to over 1,000 years and remained viable. People were impressed by their beauty emerging from muddy waters for millennia, and it is considered a symbol of purity and spiritual rebirth in many cultures and traditions, including Buddhism, Hinduism, and ancient Egyptian mythology. But it spreads, often aggressively, through its thickened rhizomes anchored deep in the mud. Best to be contained in large containers or on small ponds, preferably not on lakes or rivers, as it quickly naturalizes. Cautions: even though flowers, young leaves, seeds, and rhizomes can be consumed raw, it is not recommended. There is a danger of microbial and parasitic transmission from the waters. Like most plants, lotus plants offer a variety of benefits to humans and its surrounding environment. Many benefits of the lotus plants are still unexplored, such as bioremediation and bioengineering for its thermal stable proteins and ability of thermal regulation, a quality very rare in plants. Still, considering its extreme ability of invasiveness, it is best kept in already native geographical areas, not to displace other native plants in new territories, where unfortunately it is planted by humans, because it is a beautiful plant. But once established and naturalized, it is very difficult to remove. If you do have it nearby, enjoy its beautiful blooms and delicious fruits it has to offer. Nelumbo nucifera, Asian lotus, sacred lotus, to name just a few of its English common names.